Yo, what's good? What's happening? We back. Brand new episode of Threes from the Ring podcast. It's your boy Chris J. Glad to be back. Got the boy Trail Sav here.
You're
Got Tyler out here.
Yo, good to be back. Glad to be back.
Hopefully with no technical difficulties. But either way, it's been a minute, but we all the trifecta is here. So that said, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe to the Tweaking Media YouTube channel. Definitely subscribe. We are close to our goal of 1,000 followers. So please be on point. Subscribe if you're watching this. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that button. Let your people know you rock with us. All of that good stuff. Also, check out all the content we got on there. There's still a decent episode, Attack on Culture, for you guys to check out. Definitely also check out Cam's Gotcha on the Gotcha, and Daytrail and Cam has a totally not so late review of Expedition 33, which, hey, check it out. Probably one of the bigger game titles of this year. And follow us on TikTok as well at UTM Clips as well. Plus follow the Twitter page, Threes from the Ring, 3S from the Ring. But let's go ahead and get into it. We got a decent amount of stuff to talk about. We're going to start it all off with wrestling this week. Why did I do this wrong? But either way, we got you guys on the wrestling this week first. So with that said, we're going to go ahead and start it off how I like starting off. Did AEW do anything? So they just had Double or Nothing this past weekend with quality counter programming with NXT, but that's a whole different subject. But did they do anything? There was a couple of things they did that was a little but something I would love to talk about in a positive light. But let's get the slander out the way. Y'all cornball brother / y'all coonball brother Swerve, he ended that match with no shoes on, so pretty much he was shucking and jiving like he was in a cotton field.
Why?
Look, man, that's y'all boy. But how he the only one with no shoes, G? I need an explanation for that.
so other than Chris's explanation, let me explain it to Tyler. Swerve has a sneaker collaboration with Reebok, I think.
It's that Reebok. I seen he got the questions, which is cool.
Which is cool. Wrong person to use, but cool.
Nigga, bro, we can get a Reebok collab if we want to, nigga. It's hard.
Just gotta be nice to Angel Reese.
I love Angel Reese.
Me
That's
too.
Other niggas don't like it.
Like I said, we are pro Angel Reese here. Going to a couple of Sky games.
I might not say that. I'm in Indiana right now. I probably can't say that, bro.
You good, man? Cleveland Clark is out for a minute, so you straight. Ain't nobody going in the game.
We're not about to go. We're not about to get negative. We're not about to go be him with that right now. So we're gonna chill.
But so Swerve got the shoes. He put the thumbtacks on the shoes. I think somebody took them off. AEW stuff.
Once again, he's still.
That's just extra though, man. There's no reason to take your shoe off in a wrestling match.
Especially knowing the point is try to get promo for said shoes, but that they whatever. But anyway, but jokes aside, that's good. So one thing I do want to talk about is the winner, of course, the Owen Hart Classic winners. Shout out to Hangman, even though he's about to get Moxley stomped, and shout out to one Mercedes Moné, even though the internet is getting fed up at this point. But I'm actually pretty excited that they made the move of we're getting Toni Storm versus Mercedes. This is the best possible thing, but also this is more of a Tony Khan. I'm challenging you. Let that main event all in.
It has to main event all in. There's no other way that Toni Storm and Mercedes can't main event all in.
They should.
Big stars. No one cares about what Mox doing. Love Hangman Page. Hangman Page is amazing. There's nothing you can do to slander Hangman Page.
Facts.
Can care less about their match going into that. They should main event all in. It shows you put two of your biggest stars one person who's been carrying that company in Tony Storm, been carrying that company for like 2 years now, and then another person in Mercedes, who's a legit draw for you guys to an extent. You have to make the main event. I know I come on this podcast all the time, and I say I hate all the belts type runs and stuff like that. I hate when somebody got all the belts. It's time for Mercedes to win that championship and be a double champion in AEW and things of that nature. Do what you gotta do. And Tony, don't let that internet persuade you in saying don't put that belt on Mercedes. Put it on her. It don't matter. Put it on her. And then have her drop one of them other belts to Willow or Athena. And you all good. You're perfectly fine. But it has to main event.
No, it has to. Like that. It has to. Especially because ain't that competing with Evolution kind of programming. So with that said,
no. It's competing with Great American Bash.
Yeah, Great American Bash.
Then they fine. Go ahead. Yeah, honestly, either way.
This is the thing. I'm sorry. I'm gonna say the counter programming thing right now for you niggas, right? And I'm gonna let you niggas know if this is a short or if this is a TikTok clip. I'm not commenting to anything. If somebody commenting, it's Chris or Ken. I ain't commenting. There's no such thing. Well, let me rephrase that. Is a counter programming, yes, but you can't look me in the face and tell me that AEW didn't ask for this. My nigga, Will Ospreay literally went on a goddamn media tour talking about how AEW blows WWE out of the water when it comes to this wrestling stuff. They might pack the houses, they might, do the box office things, and they're on fire. But when that bell rings, we the best. As I paraphrase what he said. Tony Khan sat down in an interview and said, "We are competing against the Harvey Weinstein of wrestling." You think niggas ain't take that seriously when you said that? I say all that to say, my nigga, if you are scared of NXT and you claim to say this is what the best wrestler, nigga, your product will have people watching it. If your product is that good, people will watch it.
How long have we been saying that, though? We've been saying that since Black and Gold.
Yep.
When it was about the demo. Like,
so, hey, man.
It's a stupid conversation.
It is, but they doing it.
It's either you want to watch both or you want to watch either or don't watch nothing, but it's stupid to me.
I think the tribalism part, it's always good to have a team that you play for, right? I think it's lame when it comes to wrestling to have a team that you play for. It's always cool to have a team that you play for. If you like WWE better than AEW, 3 people on this podcast do. I'm not going to say WWE blows AEW out the water in every facet of wrestling and things of that nature, but we grew up watching one thing and we enjoy what we watch on one side. And then
that part specifically is like everybody grew up watching the grandfather of wrestling, basically.
Yeah.
Everybody did. We wouldn't be here talking about all this other shit if they weren't here. So it's
people fall out of love with things,
which is fine.
Fall out of love with sports. People fall out of love with what they watch. Niggas don't watch Game of Thrones no more because they fall out of love with it. But when it comes to this wrestling stuff, watch what you watch. There's so much infighting within this community, bro. These 2 companies would thrive even more if the tribalism part and the feudal part was taken away from them. If niggas just seen and take it as WWE being the big place, the main place, the cream of the crop, and AEW being our alternative, and keep it that way instead of niggas trying to make it compete, we will be in a better situation. It would be better for the fans, because the fans will understand, these 2 people not competing with each other. Oh boy. Like when you look at other competitions, my nigga, other football leagues, that's lower than the NFL, they wait till that season over.
Yep.
My nigga, even basketball is trying to find a way to not coincide with the NFL because the NFL said we like Christmas, we're gonna keep Christmas. Because they understand, yo, look, NFL bigger than us. So we gotta find a way to move around that. Because you don't see them throwing shots at each other. Other leagues in basketball, it's not big in America and stuff like that. But people who like Euro leagues and stuff like that,
There's the reason why it's after the NBA season.
Move all around that type of stuff. And if you, whatever you, like when it comes to competition with anything, like, they the big dog. Something catastrophic will have to happen for them not to be the big dog anymore. Like, I don't know what it could be. Like Triple H will have to have a heart attack and they sell it to like Saudi Arabia or something. But like, there's nothing that can happen that will make them not the big dog. And AEW hopefully will stay around long enough to be that second option people want to go to. Like that's all it is. Like the more like WWE has, and this is going to hurt. Like I hate to yap, so I'm not gonna make this a short. Niggas got lucky. When basketball leaves TNT, it's going to hurt AEW. It hurt AEW a lot. So that was free promotion on ESPN. So they played them commercials like about 5 times each basketball game. Mm-hmm. This being the last of TNT is going to hurt them. It's going to hurt them. Hopefully baseball do what you got to do. But the more that you guys focus on this feud and not focus on watching that freaking product and pumping that product up, the detriment to it. Because guess what? Niggas can say that that WWE is falling. It's going, this is the worst. TKO made the worst. Like, they made WWE worse. Niggas buying them overpriced tickets. After we see them tickets in Chicago and be like, you know, we ain't broke. I ain't paying that. I'm not stupid.
Quiet paying it.
Die-hard fans, they
going,
that, bro. They not caring about what TKO.
It's just like any other sports, like season ticket holders. They team could be butt cheeks. They in them seats though.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, we like back to this counter program and stuff. We're in the era right now. I have 2 monitors. I can flip this in hope of not messing up my camera because it's already clear. I can flip my monitor over to show you. I got 2 monitors. I got a TV right here. I'm watching basketball while playing Pokemon and probably got Balacho in the background. Like, nigga, that's the type of lifestyle we live. If you can't watch NXT and AEW at the same time, nigga, that's because you choose not to. Now, if you say you don't want to watch NXT because you don't like NXT, that's perfectly fine. If you say you ain't watching AEW because you're not a big fan of AEW, that's cool. But feuding with a nigga, now jokes is fine. Let the jokes fly. Tell us about jokes. But niggas are knee deep in this, and it's annoying. Like, lock in. Nigga, Tony Khan ain't about to cut us a check. Tony, if you want to cut us a check, what you gotta do, nigga? I do things on Wednesdays that's kind of more important than AEW, but I'll catch that joint when I come home come home. I'll watch it on Max.
If it come with a free Max subscription.
Yes, because I haven't paid mine in a long time.
If it come with a free Max, like I get live sports, everything, G. So then we good. Even though what sports am I gonna watch? But it's just the principle.
I ain't gonna hold you. When basketball over, I don't know. I might just be watching Max when the new Game of Thrones season come out, bro.
See, exactly. Wait for them dragons. So, but either way, you get the point.
I usually use this for basketball, Rick and Morty, and Game of Thrones.
See,
my nigga, 2 of them things. Rick and Morty said we're not releasing all this on Max until the season over. So I'm already like, hey.
I'll catch y'all when y'all ready.
Like, what y'all like? Because Max nuked
Max
all.
take a lot of stuff off of there
He
too.
nuked
Max
everything
heard
on
them
Cartoon
sales,
Network.
G,
You only can probably watch 7 shows on Cartoon Network right now. They nuked
which is
all
insane. Which is
everything
insane.
on.
It's
But
crazy.
let's move on.
Yeah, but let's go ahead. Let's talk about Battleground. So main thing that really happened in Battleground, I do want to discuss one. Shout out to Obafemi for beating the hell out of Stephanie Vacker's boyfriend, kept to his word. Shout out to Kalani and Sol Ruka for a good match. And shout out to Trick for making history, G. Making history. You're the first black man, first WWE superstar to win TNA title while being a WWE superstar. So shout out to Trick for making that history and the first black man to do it on top of it all. So shout out to him.
Wait, to do what specifically? Because
being a WWE active superstar to win a TNA title.
oh, okay, I thought you were talking about like the other way around. Cause
No, he's still the first black man to do it on top of it. So he's the first and the first black man. Legendary.
Yeah.
You see? But once again, they're not going to talk about that because it wasn't done during a WWE PLE where it was a singles match involving a black man, but it don't count. So remember that, people. But either way, shout out to Trick. Cool match. Once again, not a great match, but a cool match. But I will say, in recent memory, one of Trick's better matches. That in singles matches fashion, I mean. So shout out to him. Overall, I'm happy.
I think Trick has came a long way. He like really he's he just really came into himself this past year, and it's good to see.
He's still a little wishy-washy in ring wise, but this is his best overall in terms of recent memory. That's what I'm saying. Recent memory, he's been but this was his best match recently. But overall, I'm happy for Trick. It's going to be interesting to see. I think they pretty much building up a program between him and Mike Santana. It's going to be hilarious seeing him pop up on TNA as well. They probably do random matches. Just keep him away from Moose. And yeah, overall, happy for the man. But anything you want to add, you two, before we move on to bigger and better things?
I think a title. My bad. I think a title switch was needed for this partnership to do better. I need Trick to drop the title convincingly, though. Like in terms of it does TNA good that Trick dropped the title, and I need him to perform on TNA more than just once or twice during this reign. And I understand how big WWE is, and just being in their presence is good enough for TNA. But like, help them out. You've been using a lot of their people, and I know a lot of y'all people been doing reps in TNA as well. Do what you got to do to help out that promotion, and don't just let them wait in the water. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So whoever take it from them, if it's Mike Santana, if it's Mike Santana, if it's Joe Hendry again, I'm sorry, TNA men's division. I don't know all you niggas. If it's Mike Kingo, if he comes to TNA or something like that. That's the nigga who about to fight Gabe.
Yeah, I know that's the guy who's fighting Jagger. I was just like, bro.
Hey, why they spoil the fact that it's gonna be for the belt?
Man, bump Del Rio, man. Get that bum up out of here, bro.
Hey, Triple H. Triple H. That was a Triple H call. He said,
Oh, that nigga Del Rio used to call Triple H when he got kicked out. He called that nigga his nose, man. You think Triple H ain't peeped that?
Hey, look, man. You gotta apologize to that man. That's a petty individual, bro.
Oh God, and that nigga got allegations though. So
yeah, I've been cool on Del Rio.
I wonder if they gonna buy that nigga contract out, or is he gonna sit at the crib and do nothing.
So what was the initial situation with his contract? Because I thought he was actually getting fired before the acquisition even happened.
I don't even think WWE knows. Like, to me, I think WWE tripped upon acquiring a Triple H. WWE, you know, Matt Riddle and them was still with that company.
Well, Matt Riddle is primarily with MLW, so
That nigga's a champion in AAA.
I thought
right
he was
now,
a champion over there.
Yeah, the ugly
Yeah,
belt.
I mean, at this point, it ain't like they could be like, well, we got to use them now. Like they probably will just buy them out, or some type of deal on the table where they don't have to use them.
Like, hold on,
because it's AEW talent that works with them too. That they said that they're not obviously they're not gonna be on the with AAA no more because of the deal.
Which is hilarious to say because I'm like, gee.
I mean, I understand it. They not we not on the same side with that. So
yeah, but that's hilarious. But either way, let's move on. So Saturday night's main event, G. So once again, if you guys did not listen to our last episode, previous episode where we recapped, gave our grades for what was it, Backlash, we're gonna go just do the same route with this one for Saturday night's main event, y'all. So that's it. We're gonna give our grade on each match and go from there. So then get the match card. I'm still looking for it. Somebody open a bag of chips.
No, I was moving. It was this bag in front of my TV. I was trying to see the score.
All right, so let's start it off with I don't think this was the order, but who cares? All right, so John Cena versus R-Truth, non-title match. I didn't know this was a non-title match, by the way. I didn't know, but
they never said it was a title. They never said it was a title match, so I just assumed it was non-title.
Hey, damn! See, once again, black. See, yeah,
be like that.
Be that way, but either way, giving this a quality C minus. The reason why I was getting a C minus is solely because R-Truth entrance in the Ron Cena shirt. That gives it the C minus, because other than that, this would be get a quality D minus. So that really saved it, but other than that, C minus.
Yeah, I'm giving it an R in reference to Ron killing me. Because that t-shirt is fire. And that's about it. I'm telling you, bro, like, Cena gonna have to pick it up, bro. You care less about what's going on in his retirement tour, bro. I really could, bro.
It really is.
You gotta pick it up.
And to be honest, I know we deservedly, The Rock has gotten flack for the way that it started, but the rest of this is on Cena.
That too, but it's still Dwayne's fault.
It's still Dwayne is at the head of it. He should not be seen on TV for a long time or for forever at this point.
But board.
That's not happening. The Rock got stopped in this shit. C minus.
All right, cool. Moving on.
Storyline purposes, it got certain stuff out of the way and brought Cody back into the scene. So
that too. So moving on, we have Zelina Vega versus Chelsea Green. This is also getting a D.
Yeah, it was a sloppy match.
Very sloppy match. Get that butt off, Zelina.
Whoa.
So I think the reason she didn't drop the belt back is because my guess is that Chelsea Green is probably winning Money in the Bank soon.
Hey, everybody chill out with what y'all saying, bro. Chill out. Zelina, don't drop that belt unless Ghoulie is on the other side of you. And Chelsea Green, even look at that Money in the Bank. Let's no. Okay? Chelsea Green, take them bumps on that ladder. They take you a break.
She took it last year, man.
Ooh. What's another year?
Exactly.
That briefcase belongs to Naomi. And if you want to give it to like Roxanne or Ghoulie as well.
Okay, Naomi does make sense though. I'll give you that.
Like, hey, keep whatever y'all pushing. Triple H, don't listen to them, man. I told y'all.
Look, man.
So listen,
I just need look, man. Julia, it's time for Julia to. Julia's gonna be the next holder of that belt, but it's just TikTok, man. TikTok.
I agree. Look, she did. Zelina did what she was supposed to do, and I'm not talking about her title reign. I'm talking about getting her husband back to WWE. She did what she was supposed to do.
Exactly. Look, man. We appreciate your favor. We good. Good. But moving on. We have Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre in a really great
match of the night.
Match of the night. Once again, we gotta give Drew his flowers for making these rivalries hit. At first it was a little shaky, but once again it picks up. But giving this an A. This was a really that's like the second time I gave a cage match an A this year. Shout out to them. But
cage match has been fire, man.
So shout out to the A. Would have got an A+, but Jason Ventura's commentary at the end had me in tears, but kind of threw it off. But hey, once again,
I love having Jesse there. It's funny.
I ain't mad at it because it's like y'all
They never gonna give Jesse back. Just to say, I'm giving this a V. And I know Ventura, my nigga. That was fire. You know, why is people walking out that door?
Why are you walking out that door? Why?
Like, I wish that nigga wasn't old as dirt. I swear I would kick Pat McAfee off of that goddamn table and put him and Michael Cole.
Oh man, that would be hilarious. G. Also, it's gonna
that'd be funny.
Hey, look, man, the censor button will have to be prepped. They're gonna say something insane. Look, man. That man going to say something insane one night, and I'm gonna cry laughing. NBC gonna be like, "Whoa!"
Also, I think it was reported that this match was writing Drew off. He's taking some time off for a little bit too.
So injuries too. So.
Yeah. So shout out to him for toughing it out. He took that concerto was his bye.
Pretty much. All right.
But shout out to Damian Priest too. We got to give him a lot of credit in this feud also.
Yeah, he did his part, and now the fun question. What's next for Damian? Yeah. But moving on.
Hey, we got a nice feud for you.
And it's called an L going afterward. No, we'll see. But Jey Uso versus Logan Paul. This is getting an L because this match was ass.
It was the best Jey Uso match, but again, I don't even know what to. I'm gonna give it a J for Jey Uso. Every Jey Uso match until I'm impressed is getting a J for me because it's Jey Uso.
It's either a yeet or a no yeet. That's it.
Simple as that.
It's mostly no yeets, bro.
But either way, did bring Cody back. And we unfortunately are stuck with a John Cena Logan Paul tag team of versus Cody versus Jay. So we'll see.
I don't like it, but I kind of see what they trying to do. I guess.
People look. Do I like Jey Uso as a champion? No. He is probably most likely about to lose that belt before SummerSlam. Do I like Logan Paul fighting for that freaking belt? No. Am I cool with John Cena run? No. But this is the most WWE thing that WWE can possibly do. I'm not even shocked.
Me neither.
No, I'm not neither. That's why I said it's like I don't really care for it, but I get it. It's not unusual for them to do something like this.
Yeah.
Let's see where things go. And then let's wrap it up with Sami Zayn and CM Punk versus Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker. Decent match. I'm giving it a solid B. Especially because of the ending for Big Bronson Reed popping up and pretty much landing on CM Punk multiple times, actually getting him the hell out the way. But really good match. I enjoyed it. We're continuing on with Seth's new faction that we still trying to figure out a name for, and I think even they are still trying to figure out the name. But overall, good match. Really good match. A B.
I give it a B. It was solid.
True.
Yeah. Oh, why did I say that?
I would say.
B. Shout out to Punk. Shout out to Sammy. They cooked the free Palestine trunks. Shout out to that.
I peeped that too. That was cool.
I was just praying that Punk ACL didn't get torn off, bro. Praying that Punk ACL didn't get torn off because I was looking at that splash that Bronson Reed did the first time. I was like, ooh, his knees was them old knees. You can't be doing
careful
that.
with the placement.
Definitely was close. I was like, say, hey man.
Crazy thing is, when he showed up on Raw, he had his elbow taped up again. So
he always taping up the elbow. I think that's just more of a safety thing at this point for him. But especially as he gets older. But yeah, that's a nice main event. Just to quickly recap Raw. Raw was pretty decent overall. Raw opened up with Bronson Reed, Seth, Braun Breaker, and Paul Heyman, pretty much just initiating him into the group. And then Seth saying, look, he's about to win money. His goal is to win Money in the Bank so he can have everybody pressed. That's his goal, which kind of a good selling point when it comes to that, but we'll see where things go with that because I don't think he's going to win Money in the Bank. But
he's not. I don't think he's winning.
No, I don't see it. But either way, he did later on that night win his Money.
Bro, Cat just dunked the ball, bro.
So either way, shout out to Seth. He's in the Money in the Bank match. He pinned our good friend Finn Balor. So unfortunate for him. Another notable thing that happened on Raw is Liv Morgan returned. And now we're close to Liv versus Roxanne with Dom on a pole match part 2. So shout out to that match stipulation happening in the near future. But also another thing, I hate Liv's new ring gear. It's not fitting. It throws her off. Look like a very 2K25 outfit for Becky Lynch that they put on Liv Morgan.
Shout out to that.
How about shout out to that? It's crazy. His ass.
When do y'all think the Judgment Day is finally going to end? Because just when we think that it's time to end it, a new member, a new mole in the group.
I think
they're gonna keep adding moles to the group until they kick all the original members out.
That would be a good way to end it. I wouldn't be mad at
funny. That'd be funny.
I really wouldn't be mad because that's a good way to really get them all out the way. Like, it's not the same Judgment Day no more. So honestly, I wouldn't really be mad at that. But I really don't know because we're getting closer and closer because it's clear that either Dom or Finn is next to get removed. So we will see what's going to happen because it would be hilarious that Carlito continues to be a mainstay for his contract purpose. But yeah, so also, y'all thoughts on that triple threat tag team match?
The triple threat tag team match?
Yeah.
That happened?
Yes.
Oh, I missed that.
It was actually a pretty decent match. It wasn't too bad. And once again, the Creed brothers, look, man, all of a sudden say is if they built this tag team division correctly, they will be stars if they just built this tag team division correctly. That's all.
I think they need to turn on Gable, and that'll help him out. Gable really don't need a faction. He's good as a chicken heel as anybody else. So.
Yeah.
But also that match between him, Lucha, I almost called that man Lucha Dragon. I mean Dragon Lee. look, oh man. Dragon Lee and Penta was also really good. Shout out to Penta for winning. Not surprised that he won the match. It was a collision course. But that was a really good match though.
Hope Chad Nable's face and neck is okay. He took a bump.
He'll live. Bill's
He tried to do a gory bomb and I don't even know what the other move would have been, but he landed dead on his face.
Hey, I hate what's about to happen. You know that nigga Vikingo is shorter than Chad Gable, bro? I don't like that, bro. I don't like that at all, bro.
Like how much shorter?
Hold on, I'm about to Google how tall he is.
Chad Gable ain't
I didn't
that
even
tall.
notice.
let's see.
I'm googling his height right now.
Hey, Gable is 5'8", so
They claim Valkingo's 5'7". Somebody lying.
Hey, bro, that face to face. Y'all didn't see the face to face?
Nah, I really didn't pay
No.
no mind, G.
That ain't look like 5'7", bro.
He said that dude 5'5".
That ain't look like 5'7", bro.
He said man is actually 5'5". It's crazy. But yeah, see what else happened. But either way, we're about to get that match at what you'll call it, that AAA versus WWE event.
dude, kind of young too. He only 28.
Yeah, don't forget he was in AEW for a minute. He was
doing a tour at AEW. He wasn't like signed or anything like that.
I know, but either way, he was there with him for a minute. So it's gonna be hilarious to see how it translates for him. But hey, get that paper, bro. Never ever fumble the bag. I respect what he does. He gets his paper. So, but either way, let's go ahead and that's really it. Raw related. That's significant. Besides Punk popping up and beating up Seth at the end of Raw. So it does get.
How do y'all feel about the new faction overall, though?
It's like I said, it's cool.
Yeah, but I think it's going to do a good job of putting Braun Breaker where he needs to be in terms of like hierarchy in the roster. It's going to do good for him. It's really what it looked like his prime too. Paul Heyman said it himself that Braun Breaker is going to main event X amount of WrestleMania.
That man said you can bring a Terminator and ask him who main events WrestleMania the next decade. He's going to say Braun Breaker. For 10 years straight, I cried laughing. I was like, hey, look, man. Boy, if a Terminator pops up, we're doomed.
We're doomed. We didn't get alerted that Skynet went online, bro.
Yeah, look, man, we're doomed. But I respect the promo, though. But yeah, so that's pretty much it on the wrestling end. Let's go ahead. We're going to
breaking news. Ray Phoenix versus Laredo Kid versus Javion Evans versus Ethan Page for the North American Championship at Worlds Collide. That pay-per-view is
going to be fire.
What you said? So Javon Evans is in the match too?
Yeah.
I was wondering what his match was going to be because he was on the poster too.
Yeah. Hey, look what they did.
They put Ray Phoenix on that. Oh, Ray Phoenix and Laredo Kid.
That's going to be fire.
Hey, that match going to be insane. That match will be insane. That match is definitely about to be insane. But shout out to him. But let's go ahead and move on to hoops. So we're well into the NBA playoffs right now. We're in conference finals as we're recording at this very moment. Knicks versus Pacers is game 4, right? Yeah, game 4.
Yep.
So, and depending on if the Pacers win this, it's game 5 or die, pretty much, for the Knicks. And the T-Wolves are in the same predicament, game 5 and die. So, see what happens. But let's go ahead and just talk about each of these series. With the Knicks and Pacers on right now, your guys' thoughts on the series in itself, why the Knicks are in the predicament they in respect to the Pacers. But Tyler, you go first. Been a minute since you actually gave hoop talk.
While it's still fresh on my mind from last night's game, Minnesota.
No, Pacers, Knicks first.
Oh, okay. I mean, the Knicks are in the predicament they're in because I don't know. They have mental lapses at certain points of the game where they really need not to, especially when getting into foul trouble, holding the ball too long. It's weird because it's not like they're getting blown out of the game, except that one game. But they don't hold on to leads very well. And with the Pacers, when they hit shots and they're playing defense, you can get buried pretty fast. I definitely give them that. But I mean, it's still winnable. It's only 77 to 80. I mean, 85 to 77 right now in the third. So it's definitely still a winnable game. But this is usually where one team kind of cements what's going to happen the rest of the game. You know, if the Pacers go up by 10, you know, the Knicks might have like that quick spark at the beginning of the fourth that gets them back in the game and tie it up, you know, before the middle point of the fourth. But from that point, then it's like a, you know, a bucket for bucket type of game of whoever's hitting their free throws.
All right, Trey, your thoughts on the series so far?
Yeah, with this series, like, it's about a game of runs in basketball regardless. So the simple fact is, when it comes with the Knicks, it's going to be extremely hard for them, or it is extremely hard for them to run with the Pacers. And with the Pacers, they play multiple people. So Tyrese, Miles Turner, Nate Smith, they're going to have better legs than the Knicks do. If the Knicks defense is not working, it falls into the Pacers' hands. It falls right into the Pacers' hands. So if the Knicks not getting turnovers, if they not locking down Hallie, if they not stopping the shots from going in and stuff like that, the Knicks are cooked. And they're not going to be able to run at the same pace as the Pacers. Now, for the Pacers, like last game in which they lost, it was more of just the Knicks defense was really, really good. And our star player not being as aggressive as they should be. When you see your team waning, you gotta put in the work, okay? Cat had an amazing fourth quarter. Really nothing you can do to stop that on your end if you're Tyrese Halliburton. But you have to like, look, if we're gonna die, it's gonna be on my back. I'd rather them saying you shot too much instead you didn't shoot enough.
Which we'll get to about another player.
Yeah, so in this situation, Tyrese Halliburton is a pass-first player, but you're still this team superstar. You don't have a nigga who can get 30 for you on this team. So, and then just with the Knicks, the duo between Jalen Brunson and Cat just going to have to be better. Like, Jalen Brunson is just going to have to find ways for Cat to work within his game and Jalen Brunson to work within Cat's game. Like, there's no way Cat is better on the floor when Jalen Brunson is not there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Same thing with a lot of that team. That nigga McBride turns up when he got the free range to touch the ball. Cat shoots a lot of threes when Jalen Brunson is not there because Jalen Brunson drives a lot. So that's the only thing that I'm like, when I see from these two teams, they just have to be way better. Like, Jalen Brunson is amazing. When we talk about our top 10 playoff players, trust me, I got something for y'all that y'all wouldn't believe when Jalen Brunson's there. But it just, he has to do better with getting Cat involved. And whoever's going to win this game 4 currently, is going to be the one who not just play better basketball, but limit turnovers and take better shots. I know that sounds simple, but both of these teams take really ugly shots.
Yeah.
Right. So, and hopefully the Knicks don't run out of steam, because that happens a lot with them.
Pretty much, as I see Tyrese Halliburton miss a jump shot. But either way, definitely agree with everything you guys are saying. I think the main story is just the fact that I think, once again, it's a case of, and we're seeing it in both series, how deep one team is and the trust that some coaches have on their depth compared to other teams. And then just the willingness of the superstars to show, hey, I'm here. Now, I will say this: there's not been a moment this series where Jalen Brunson isn't making a case of like, hey, look, I'm willing to go to war. Hey, Tyrese and Jalen's going to war right now. bucket to bucket. We going at each other. There's moments where they're even guarding each other, which I applaud. They both point guards, so but either way. But I'm applauding.
I mean, I think you should guard your matchup anyway, but
majority of the time, if you're a good guard, if you're a good defender, so it's like, hey, but I'm glad neither one is running from the other. Like, I give credit where credit is due for that, especially in this era where it's like switch, nigga. But I just think really the main thing I'm noticing is just the Knicks offense really is Jalen Brunson running, hey, I'm about to do these niggas bogus offense, and then when I'm off the court, go ahead and run something, because that's the only way Cat gonna get touches like on all three levels of the court and everybody else. Like, yeah, OG's a 3-and-D guy. Bridges, he can shoot a three, but he can shoot the midi as well. But I think it's just Jalen Brunson. We're seeing more and more throughout the playoffs. Brunson has to learn to get Cat involved. Like, you got
to be able to play with your other star while you're on the floor together. That's the whole point of them getting them for you.
It's no reason why I'm not pick and rolling, pick and popping these niggas to death. It's simple as that. I would be doing it consistently, especially because Cat is a solid inside player. He's a great shooter.
So he can pass a little bit himself too. Like, I think Brunson might benefit from playing off the ball a little bit more too.
Yeah, he hasn't done that since playing with Luka. But either way, it's a case of you gotta trust your teammates a little bit more. And I think that's more on something that, once again, Tibbs is not a bad coach, but once again, we've seen in the past when he has a point guard who is very ball dominant, he lets them play go to hell ball. Derrick Rose, go to hell ball. Jalen Brunson right now, go to hell ball. And I think if you had a coach like a Mike Malone, he will maximize that combination a lot more. Not to say that if Tibbs gets fired, if Michael Malone takes this job in the future, like, there's a big if here.
I think whatever coach that they get, if Tibbs does happen to lose his job, whatever coach that they get is they're gonna utilize the bench more.
It's not even just a bench, but maximize the Brunson Towns combination. Simple as that. That's why I view it. You want to maximize it because I feel like there's so much more they can do. Like, just with what we're getting now, they are a conference finals team. And I feel like they could have easily took out the Celtics, because they did a good job with the Celtics. A fantastic job. But I feel they would have done better offensively. And that's the thing. Defensively, I'm not even concerned about this team. They are a great defensive team. It's just offensively, in this league, you can't just be a great offensive team and average offensive team. You need to score. And this is what we're seeing why the Pacers are really giving them problems. Pacers are a walking bucket at any possession, and they will get on the other side and defend. And that's what we're seeing consistently. Jalen Brunson having to make hard shots. When Cat's involved, there's nobody who can stop him. Turner's doing the best he can do. I give credit where credit is due. Turner is doing a great job. But at the same time, when they let Cat be the focus, it's a significant difference. And that's why I'm like, if I'm not seeing it on a quarter by quarter basis, that's why they're losing. That's why they're struggling to keep leads. This is why they're struggling. It'll be a 5-point game, and then right now it's back to 10, Pacers up by 10 again. That's the story of this series. And if you can't, or just like they have a 20-point lead, and then next thing you know, the Pacers get in the run because offensively they're just that much more potent.
And I do want to say, to keep this alive, to keep this series alive for the Knicks, like let me say this too. When me not rooting for any of these teams in the playoffs, this has been one of the best experiences in my whole entire life.
It's a peace of mind, man.
But it's not only just Cat that Jalen Brunson is going to have to get involved. It's Mikal Bridges too. If we looking in the future, and say for instance they somehow beat Indiana You know, OKC got 3 dudes that's playing with their big three. Their big three combined for 90 last game. 90. I'm gonna say
On the
that
road,
again.
by the way. On the road.
And I'm gonna say that again when we talk about them. But Mikal is still the stuff you traded for Mikal Bridges, you have to get more out of him. And that's up to Jalen Brunson and leading our team to get that. Mikal Bridges had a couple of games this playoffs.
Cat is giving Miles Turner hell right now.
I was like, this is good. That's what I want to see from that. I just want to see like Mikal Bridges get his shots, because Mikal Bridges mid range was hitting. The nigga had a fadeaway a couple games. It was one game. I don't know if it was the Boston series or this series. Well, he just turned up. He just really turned up. So,
he was locking up too.
Yeah, he's really good.
You want to lock up. I don't have a concern for that.
But it's just considering that they didn't beat the Celtics all year. I don't remember his stats against them at all, really, like during the regular season. But he played a really good series against them.
Yeah, he played a really good season against the Celtics. And you know, it's a game of matchups. But I know we talk about that a lot. How it's a game of matchup, it's a game of run. But I still don't understand, really, on a one-on-one basis, how this Pacers team matches up with the Knicks like this, bro. I just don't understand it. I know we just talked about why the Pacers, because they fast and they run. But with the defensive assignments and stuff like that, I didn't think that Naismith will make Jalen, Brunson struggle as much as he did.
It helps when you have, like, look, man, people talk about, oh, so-and-so a dog and all of that. Look, man, it helps when your dog is also a very good offensive player. He's a solid offensive player above all. So it's like, okay, not only am I about to make your life hell defensively, like you're not going to get all these easy buckets, I'm about to also work you offensively. Like I'm gonna find you on the pick and roll. I'm gonna find you on the switch, and I'm attacking you. So that's where it's like, okay, I'm about to make Jalen Brunson work harder. That's where those are the type of things. It's like, okay, when you have high IQ players, and that's one thing I would say. The Pacers are a well-coached team. Rick Carlisle is one of the best, most underrated coaches in this league. People forget he has a ring, but he is a very underrated coach. He's a really great coach, honestly. So it's like players that you have, especially when you have them around a while, and then the leader of your team is a high IQ point guard. It's like, okay, cool. Everything's going to flow. That's why, even though matchup wise, yeah, they are a better. Knicks should honestly beat them, but once again, it goes back to, yes, the Knicks is a great defensive team, but they are a very average offensive team. And it's mainly because their system is Jalen Brunson do them niggas both. And it's not, hey, Cat and Brunson dominate these niggas. So when you have compared to the Pacers offense, where it's like, yeah, Halliburton gonna get his 20 and 10 and then shoot somebody else's, and Pascal gonna give you another 20. Naismith might add a 15 to 18. Miles Turner depending on like another 15, 18. TJ McConnell coming off the bench, giving you another 10 to 15. You have multiple players who could hit you with double digits. It's like OKC, but probably a light OKC in terms of, okay, we have really potent offense and solid defenders. So it's like against a team like the Knicks, yeah, I can only do so much. Because it's like, so that's one thing why I feel like the Knicks also bested the Celtics. If them threes is not hitting, guess what? They're beatable, extremely beatable. All that we got to do is just make points, make the turnovers matter. When they miss the threes, make those points matter, and they did. That's why the Knicks are here, which is why they were a good matchup. On top of You have wing defenders to go against the best wing duo in the league. Make life easy.
Did we overrate the Celtics defense?
No,
No,
I don't think anything with the
No.
Celtics was overrated. They game plan, that's more of Mazzulla's coaching. Was nigga, you shoot threes, you either make them or you don't. And with this game and the type of style the NBA plays, but you can have a good defense, but it's so hard to stop fast breaks. So when them joints clanging off the rim, Porzingis not there to clean up boards. Niggas, the Knicks is gonna run away with you.
exactly. Especially a team where it's like built on hustle. Hart gonna crash the boards. Brunson will hit the boards. Cat gonna hit the boards. Mitchell Robinson gonna hit the boards. Bridges, all of them gonna hit the boards. So
also, a big factor in them not winning that series, a huge factor in them not winning that series, Porzingis got that crazy either lingering Rona or the other thing we can't talk about because I don't want to get sued for defamation. Like that's the two things. Like Porzingis supposed to been that interior protector. Jalen Brunson is gonna eat because of Porzingis not being there.
Yep. And
Like,
then
so,
Drew Holiday
Celtics
losing the
got
stat.
injured really, really, really bad at the wrong time, even before the ACL tear. And they old. Drew Holiday like 35 in a guard. He ain't gonna be able to keep chasing Jalen Brunson like that.
Nope.
Like,
Yeah.
go. So,
Simple as that. But let's go ahead and move on to the Western Conference Finals. So on the West Coast side of things, OKC is up 3-1 to the Timberwolves. And with that series, look, man, Timberwolves is putting forth effort, but you can only grit and grind your way so much, especially against a team, once again, with a very potent offense. And the team, in the worst thing they could ever do, you let the MVP get comfortable. He got comfortable, and you gave him the utmost confidence to be like, oh, yeah, I can do whatever the hell I want with these niggas. No matter who's guarding him, whether it's Ant, his cousin, and Conley, who else? Jaden McDaniels, all getting hold. All getting hold this series.
breaking
That's
news,
really the
niggas.
story on top of
Stephanie
the fact.
Vaquer lost her championship.
Who?
Stephanie Vaquer just lost her championship.
Tonight?
On TV?
Yeah, on TV to Jason James.
Really?
Let's get back to
Was it by nefarious means?
Of course, but yeah.
Okay, because I figured it had to be because she had like a backstage interaction where she basically got jumped like a couple days ago. So
She might be getting called up soon. So
yeah, that
I think
too.
Ricky Starks just lost his championship today too. So he most likely might be getting called up soon too.
I don't want him to get called up just yet.
Ricky Starks can. Hey, look, let me tell you something, brother. He can hold his weight on that main roster. That main roster is old, my nigga. Like
No, I'm not saying that he can't, but I don't know. We'll wait and see. The draft should be coming up soon anyway.
JC Jane.
Yeah, I ain't NXT PO.
Hey,
bro.
Shawn Michaels, bro, you want to talk to me, fam?
Well, she probably win the belt. If she don't get called up, she most likely win the belt back again. They had to make stuff interesting. She is running through niggas in that division, bro.
I know, but nigga, JC.
Yes.
Hey, Shawn Michaels, bro, you gotta talk to me, fam. You gotta talk to me, fam. You do. I man. But either way, OKC is literally doing very nasty things to Timberwolves, and it don't help that Anthony Edwards is choosing to play extremely passive. I don't know how bad that ankle is, but nigga, wear them high top versions of your shoes and stop wearing the lows to make your life easier, G. Because clearly tying the shoe ain't like LeBron ain't making it no better for you, G. But yeah, it's just what I'm seeing is just Shai just putting his dominance and putting his foot down on these niggas, and besides that, I call it the anomaly game with game 3. I think them niggas is in trouble, especially going back to OKC down 3-1. Like I just don't see
tough place. That's a tough place to go back down as much as you are.
I'm gonna save y'all the analysis because ain't none, nigga. SHAI just better.
Simple as that.
Ain't no analysis.
That.
Ain't no. You can't analyze what that nigga doing, bro. You can't analyze it whatsoever. You can't figure out the matchups and stuff like that. That nigga just better than everybody on that court. Jalen Williams is playing like a number 2. Chet is a center that you can't play off the court like you can Rudy Gobert. What else can you say? Again, anomaly happened. NBA didn't want to sweep. Timberwolves won. Other than that, it's been dealt to butt cheeks, bro. Like,
it really
that's
has.
it.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, they weren't off by that much. They only lost by 2 points yesterday, and it just goes back to
it's the difference, though. It's like I said, the T-Wolves is grit and grind. They're gonna grind games out. That's they hope to win, but you can't do that against where the best player, where legit SHAI is undisputedly the best player on the court, and your best player is letting SHAI's cousin get more field goal attempts down.
Yeah. Lou Dort put that nigga in the torture chamber. And I know
talking about the torture chamber. Oh my god,
that
is crazy.
And I know, like, what you trying to say, Tyler, in terms of it was. They're just, when you looking at what SHAI and what Jalen was doing to them niggas in that fourth quarter, there was no doubt in them niggas not winning that game, bro.
Yeah, once it got to a certain point, I was like, yeah, this, wrap it up, because it's too late to get aggressive. It's too late to get aggressive at a certain point.
And then being anemic, Julius Randle not doing a thing, there's nothing you can. There's nothing.
Your big three was pointless. I think they combined. I don't even know. I'm scared to look at what Gobert had as points, but I'm pretty sure they combined for less than 30 points.
So
because Julius Randle only had 5 points.
Yeah, Julius Randle had 5, and Ant had like 16 or 12 or something like that.
I'm scared to see what Gobert had as a. So like you're relying on like your bench and your role players to carry you and honestly, once again, I expect your role players to be capable of winning you a game on a roll. That's what happens. But it's a difference when the 3 best players on the other team are saying no. And that's what's this thing that separates it. Your role players can help you win a a home game, but they supposed to be, but your superstars take you home. Ant did not take them home.
Yeah,
and that's that was separated.
And
each game, honestly, SHAI said, we're going home. We winning this. We taking this W.
And to keep it a bean, my nigga, like, that OKC team is just better. It's just better. Tyler, mute your mic. It's just, until they, your people. It's just way, way, way better team. You just look up and down, like what they got on that team, nobody else can replicate. There's not going to be a situation where Rudy Gobert is useful against them. Like that nigga Siakam just did something nasty to these people. But there's not going to be a situation where Rudy Gobert is going to be able to play on that court and SHAI not going to drive a foul. Chet not going to get a foul off of him. So, or he's not going to be able to out-rebound him and Hartenstein. So Gobert is a non-factor in that situation.
Yep.
You flip it over to like Julius Randle. Julius Randle going to be aggressive. But that aggressiveness is going to rely on him making threes. That ain't going to happen all the time. That don't happen all the time. And then Ant going to have to be aggressive. And this is when becoming a superstar is needed. If you miss all those shots, it's okay. Like, it is okay. Lock in, nigga. You gotta make the other team feel you. You gotta make the other team feel your presence. This is not the Lakers in which Luka Doncic is a cone and you can pick on him. There's nobody on that. Let me tell you something. If Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is the person you pick on that court, that's a tough assignment. Because Shai ain't no punk defensively. He ain't the greatest defensively. So it ain't gonna be a way I can get Shai. I'm gonna keep going. Like, they not switching like that either. Like, you might try to switch off Dort to get Jalen Williams on you. But that nigga Jalen Williams is all defensive this year. Like, you can't, it's nothing you can really do. You might end up with Caruso on you, and we know what Caruso gonna do to you. So I'm saying all that to say, Ant just gonna have to use his will. He talked about getting his teammates involved. Look what they doing when you get them involved. Like, it's like, and we not even, like, DiVincenzo and Alexander was the only two non-starters in double digits. The only starter that was above 20 points was my boy, the defensive guy, Jaden McDaniels. What is we doing?
So we can
I don't care about like the crowning of the next face of the league because we don't get to choose that. Like, the NBA player choose that stuff. And what I mean by that is that nigga good? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do we sell tickets? Yeah. Is he box office? Yeah. He's the face of the league. And Bron ain't retired yet, so niggas really don't care, to be honest with you. I know I don't care because the Lakers still the Lakers and Bron still play for them. So most people gonna watch Lakers games. And I don't think Ant cares about the face of the league stuff.
Hell no.
But for you to be considered a superstar, you have to play like a superstar. Kobe, if that nigga gonna go 8 for 20, best believe he gonna have 11 free throws to account for that. Like, Bron, if Bron gonna have a bad game, you best believe he gonna try his best to get to that line. Now, Bron don't get as many free throws as everybody else, but he gonna try to wheel that team. Curry, if his shot not falling, Curry gonna drive to that goddamn paint, bro.
Yeah, that's all it is to it. Any superstar is going to find some type of way to get there.
Giannis can't shoot if we gave him a scope and aimbot. But that nigga go drive, bro.
Yep.
And he gonna give you 37 points while only driving on niggas, bro.
Yep.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is an amazing shooter, mid-range fire. But he is telling Gobert, he is telling Nas Reed, he is telling Randall, I'm getting in that paint.
Man, he was getting to the same exact spot too, like 5 possessions in a row.
Oh, that was a crazy shot by OG Anunoby. And I would say this about Shai. There's about to be some Shai glaze. So I'm sorry for it. Not a couple, but a lot of episodes ago, I talked about how I'm not a big Shai Gilgeous-Alexander fan. I'm sorry. I was wrong. He's deserving MVP. Deserving MVP. And dare I say, he's the second best player in the league, bro. I think he snatched that from Luka. I think he snatched that from Tatum.
I'm not mad at that.
And to be honest, him and Jokic is fighting for that best player.
They neck and neck.
I wouldn't say it's neck and neck. Neck and neck is tough. That's like saying, it's like, look, man, 2018 Bron and KD was neck and neck.
I mean, Jokic gets hit. He gets his though.
It's just Jokic is a little different. Man. Maybe it's just preference, but it's just Jokic is still, to me, the undisputed best player. It's just Shai's undisputed.
I mean, I'm not mad at that neither. But Shai is he's about to get his this year too. So it's like,
yeah, it's different. Like,
got the MVP. I mean, if you comparing the individuals, they both getting their stats. Both got MVP. More than likely, they get in the ring this year.
Mm-hmm.
I just look at it. SHAI locking himself, if this final runs in the way it's supposed to, All NBA first team, a 60-win season, NBA championship, MVP and Finals MVP. That's a Hall of Fame resume right there. I don't even know if he's 30 yet.
No, he's not. He's still 25. I think SHAI's like 25, 26.
Yeah, they actually will be the youngest team to win an NBA championship. Their team age average is like 25, I think.
And all I gotta say is, if y'all niggas, if this Thunder team wins a championship, if y'all niggas hate tanking now, hey, it's about to get real nasty, bro.
What you mean?
Big Marcus team? You think Big Marcus team is not about to do what that nigga Presti did? What?
Tough to do.
A lot of teams not gonna be able to pull that off though. He's been doing that since 07.
That's not easy. It's not easy to pull that off. No. The reason why I say is because for one, you still got to have good roster. You got to be able to still construct a good roster that's competitive. There was at no point did we ever say and be like, dang, OKC ain't competitive.
Yeah, and they never had the tank.
Never a point. The year we thought they wasn't even going competitive, Chris Paul took them to the play-in. Or was it?
They got them to 8 seed in the playoffs,
and they almost beat Harden. Almost.
OKC, their story is a little bit different. They just always were. They always drafted well, and they always were able to finesse teams out of draft picks.
You stack up on the picks, you make smart moves, but you draft well. Not every GM's capable of that, and that's the thing right there. That separates. That's what makes.
I agree. Not every team can do that. That's not gonna stop them from trying.
They're gonna try and fail.
You think Milwaukee not gonna look at this? If we can flip Giannis to a team, and they can give me everything, a young player with upside, and all that type of stuff. Because all Giannis. Milwaukee, if Giannis say he want to leave, Milwaukee can just wait and see which teams have a young player with upside, and we take them.
And that's cool. But once again, this is the same team in the Bucks that couldn't even build a competitive roster that can get out the first round.
I'm just saying, not every team.
Some teams just are not competent enough to.
Not every team is going to be okay.
Take advantage of it.
Okay, like literally, OKC had KD, Harden, and got to the finals. They just ran to freaking LeBron. They had a prime Russ and prime KD. They ran to freaking Steph, and they blew a 3-1 lead. But they were still competitive. Russ and Oladipo was still a competitive team. It's just a matter of just the fact of health and circumstances. But you was competitive nonstop.
Like I still understand where you're coming from, but. Teams can try, but a lot of them are finna fail.
It's going to be a situation, and niggas going to come back to this podcast, on the podcast from May 27th, 2025. This offseason is going to be a big offseason for a lot of teams. A lot of players are going to move. Mm-hmm. All you need is one draft pick. One draft pick. You think Dallas might look at that and be like, we got Cooper Flag. Let's see if we can build a young team around him for the future. Do you know the type of haul you can get for AD? And you package Kyrie Irving with that?
That's gonna be hilarious coming from Dallas, though.
You just tell your fan base you building for the future. Nigga,
after telling them we're defense wins championships. That's what you.
I mean, at this point, they are. They don't even gotta say it. They are building for the future because both of your superstars are inactive.
My nigga, you sell high. You buy low. You sell high. You don't have to pay Luka. You got rid of that. AD can still get. My nigga, if I'm the Bulls, Anthony Davis, how much you love your city?
Not enough.
Anthony
I'm a
Davis
Packers
come
fan.
You've been
in.
trying to get
Packers
Anthony
fan.
Davis to
He's
the
a
Bulls
Packers fan. He like
for a
not
minute.
enough.
It ain't been working.
I went to Progressives.
Bro, Anthony Davis to Chicago, and you give us a decent wing, we can have a conversation with teams in the East.
Yeah.
Again,
The
the
sixth seed.
Bulls are a team that don't have the competency to make it to the 8th seed.
I mean, nigga, if we want to make it to the play-in, the Bulls can make it to the play-in. If
Bulls
anything
will
we
make a
do
play-in.
correctly,
They will make a play-in.
we gonna
I
make
said
the play-in.
8th.
They will make the play-in.
I said 8th seed.
Same thing. That's the
They
play-in.
will.
They didn't hold on.
Either way,
They failed.
They made the play-in. G. That's
Like, the eight, look, 7 through 10 is the 8th seed, my nigga, because it's the play-in.
yeah.
But they didn't lock it. They didn't lock it in.
Look, man, they made the play-in. That's all that. G. The Reinsdorf way. Playoff revenue. The bare minimum for playoff revenue. Playing.
Bars
I just
ahead.
think, but just to go back to the series, I think OKC is primed to win this championship. Knock on wood. I think small markets need this. I think we need a small market championship. Niggas gonna talk about Raiders. I don't get paid by the NBA for watching that TV, so I can care less about Raiders, bro. I think small markets. It needs to be more small market champions. And don't get me wrong, we didn't have 3 out of the last 5 are small market champions. But
I think Oklahoma City winning is good anyway because it's a popular team. It's been a popular franchise since its inception. So I don't think it doesn't do the league any harm for them to win. Yeah, it's Oklahoma, but people like the Thunder.
Pretty much. Like, people legit do. They root for the. And plus, OKC got nothing to do. They really have nothing to do till college football season start to go to Oklahoma.
I would say, like, Indiana is a small market, but Indiana winning is not. That don't necessarily do nothing for a league because it's Indiana. If that makes sense. Like,
that's cap.
Geez, people.
Boy, you think the state of Indiana don't need this championship, my nigga?
No, I didn't say the state of Indiana. I said for the league, it doesn't do nothing.
Yes, it does. Championships help small market teams become relevant.
They do. Even just being competitive helps.
Milwaukee, Giannis made Milwaukee a destination for people.
It definitely did. And this is another thing. It's easy to get to Indianapolis from Chicago, and also easy to get to Milwaukee from Chicago. The amount of people, like, I've known people who took road trips to see Bulls versus Bucks games because they rather see Giannis at home. And literally, there's people I know, literally, me and coworkers were talking about it this week. We're like, we'll go to a Pacers finals game.
And then the cool thing, the great thing about small market teams winning championships is that they have real fan bases.
Yep.
I'm sorry. Like, big markets.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
Outside the Knicks,
outside the Knicks,
probably Boston. Them like the only two, but the other big market teams, Lakers don't have a real fan base. If other than people that lives in California, but I'm talking about in general, like Lakers. Most of
Lakers generally is a star by star basis.
Yeah, niggas only Lakers fans when they got stars, unless you're a season ticket holder. Like, my God. I don't even know a Clippers fan, a real Clippers fan. You got Miami. Niggas not Miami fans until Miami got big people there. Like, Dallas, same thing. Big market. Niggas not really Dallas fans unless somebody there.
No, I think Dallas give a fuck. They care. They care enough.
They real fans care, but at the end of the day, like, it ain't
real care enough to really send that man Nico into a casket.
You lost because you lost a big star, of course.
Yes.
They
like their big star. Like, literally, God forbid they traded Dirk.
But at the end of the day, them seats are going to be open when these niggas start losing again.
Probably, yeah.
Knicks, real fan bases don't let that happen. OKC been garbage for been good for the last 2 years. Before that, niggas still went to OKC games.
It's nothing to do out there, but yeah. But once again, they were competitive.
Like
We
small
were
markets should help.
competitive.
And then small markets make destinations for other people to come and grow and build off of that. If I'm I'm not gonna get mad if I get drafted in Indiana now that they have championship pedigree. Like, you think niggas get mad when they become a San Antonio Spur? No. Like, no. It's some big old women in San Antonio. But other than that, they all good. So I know Chris needs to want to end it. So do what you gotta do, Chris. But
no, like
we say all that to say is OKC, your 2025 champions. It's been a fantastic season so far.
Yeah, it's been good. And as we wrap this up, the hold on, yeah, Pacers is up by 11 right now. So with that said, Knicks, you pray. But
how many times that nigga Reggie Miller gonna say it's Jalen Brunson time? Whenever that nigga Jalen Brunson get the ball.
Hey, look, because he know it's time for Jalen Brunson to play and do them niggas offense. But either way, let's wrap this up, man. We appreciate you guys for watching and listening as always. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Like, we got tons of content for you guys to check out. So check it out, man. Check it out. And also, like, comment, make sure you just comment. We will engage with you guys back, whether it's on the TikTok page or on the YouTube. We got you guys. Just don't talk to us crazy, or trust me, I will talk to you guys back crazy. Daytra or not, but I might. But either way, follow the Twitter page, check out the TikTok page, follow and hit the follow button, please. Like, you guys are engaging like crazy, but we need them followers, dude. So please make sure you guys do that. Other than that, we appreciate you guys as always. Peace.
Peace.